So right now it looks like Jack is situating the camera in the 8th floor hallway. There's been a lot of activity there, especially with a man roaming the halls.
How's that camera looking?
It looks perfect.
Groovy.
We have an angle on Jack's room. Last night he was hearing noises. That's a good camera angle. We have the basement where there's been a man that's been seen. We have the roof in case we see any activity up there. We have the 2nd floor staircase where there's been a male apparition seen. And we have my bedroom, because in this room there's been a ton of reports of a male apparition standing at the foot of the bed.
All right, we begin.
So tonight we're gonna bring in our psychic, Sarah Lemos, and she's gonna do a complete walkthrough. We're gonna take her to all the hot spots, and I'm really hoping that she can uncover some of the undocumented deaths that have occurred here, especially on the upper floors.
This one makes me super nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Let's just put it this way. I don't want to be jumped or bumped off the top of this thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, well, should we head on in?
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna lock the door. I'm very excited to work with Sarah. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know what she's investigating. What are you vibing?
So there's a masculine energy that keeps telling me to come on up. I don't trust the masculine energy. Then additional to that, something is calling me down.
All right, let's go to the basement then.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Where are you drawn to?
We need to go back here.
Okay.
Something's running around here. It's moving quickly. It doesn't want to be seen. It gets seen, but it doesn't want to be seen.
Is this a human energy or?
Yeah. And it feels very stuck. Well, I guess this would be definitely also somewhere I would check. Now, the energy I get is a masculine energy that likes to control everything.
Picking up on anything intelligent?
The man?
Yeah.
Intelligent?
Yeah, like is this something that would communicate?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sarah Lemos, she came in and right off the bat was picking up on stuff. She made it seem like a lot of these spirits are willing to get a little more physical, as we've been kind of told. So it's kind of interesting.
The female that's here that feels stuck, that one I'm not sure yet, because she's so spastic. She's the energy that's moving around really, really fast.
Are you picking up on an age?
I'm gonna say 18 to 23. She's a younger person, somebody that would have worked here, somebody that would have stayed here.
People who have seen the woman have informed me, they're like, I just get the most evil feeling. People have described her as like wearing like Victorian style like clothing.
Since you are feeling like this thing is calling you up, should we go check out the roof?
Please. I heard jump or bump.
So you think that someone jumped?
Yes. Bump would be me tossing you, and a jump would be I chose to go.
Right.
Interesting. It seems that there are all sorts of really fast-moving entities at this location. I mean, it's really making me eager to want to investigate more.
May I?
Yeah.
Did you experience anything back here? Have you heard anything back here?
No, I haven't.
So tonight should be fun.
Okay.
I would watch for fog on the glass on here. And do we know if somebody died here in this room?
I don't know.
We don't know specifics on what happened in what room.
Okay.
I was really curious to see what Sarah picked up in my room, and she kept looking towards the bathtub. And from Katrina's research, we have a confirmed death of a man that shot himself in the bathtub.
So, all right, this hotel is called the Padre.
Okay.
And it has been here since 1928. As far as deaths go, we know of 2 confirmed suicides from jumping off the roof. We know of allegedly someone shooting themselves in a bathtub.
That's why I was so drawn to the damn bathtub. I should have
So
said
that
something.
was in my room.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
So, yeah, thank you.
Good luck, guys. Thanks.
Will do, thank you. All right. So we are gonna start in the basement, and we will work our way up.
Yes. Contact the male presence.
Gonna to the basement, and we're gonna get possessed by a demon.
I might as well set up the REM pod
Okay.
too.
My name's Jack.
I'm Heather.
We don't mean to harm. We just want to document. We just want to prove to everyone else that you're real. We believe you're here. Can you come and touch this green light? Okay. Is something in the basement with us right now? Can you make that device light up again? You just did it. A lot of the people that work here say they see you running up and down this hallway in white. Can you show yourself to us?
You like to mess with them, so mess with us.
What? Whoa. What's going on with those curtains?
That has to be the wind.
That's aggressive, though. Is there a door open?
There's no like air source right here that would.
That was weird.
Are you watching us? They're not moving
so
at all
weird. Is there someone or something in the kitchen with us? Make those curtains flap again.
now. When I walked through there, I didn't feel any kind of like air source hitting me.
I think, here's an idea. I think we should go back to HQ. One of us sit at the monitor, and each of us take a turn going up now by ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it. Is my REM pod going off?
Whoa, why did that
Oh,
just...
it's really going off. Look, it's going.
Holy
What? What the? Hello. Let's get set up here.
The scary part is this elemental, it doesn't communicate the way a human spirit would communicate. It's a completely different entity and has the ability to get upset and angry. It could get violent like any wild animal does when it's provoked.
All right, Jack and I want to communicate with whoever's here in this house, on this property, on this land. Can you come forward and use the energy in this room to communicate?
Maybe blow a candle out, move something in here. What is that?
So check it out. It sounds like somebody, I almost want to say somebody banging on a window, but
Yeah.
is there anybody outside?
That's really odd. Was it something turning on and like sputtering? But that sounded like thudding. It sounded like someone was banging on a window. Okay.
All right, if that was you, can you make that sound again? Can you bang on something? Can you do something in this space so we can see you? We're gonna blow out these candles.
All right, let's do it. Whoever was in here earlier was doing a really good job with just letting us know you were here. I want to see that again. What?
Yeah, all right.
What'd you see?
Actually a blue light, but it was really tiny. It's like this little tiny blue light.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just saw a straight up shadow cross right behind Scott. See how you can see the light on the pole?
Yeah.
I saw that just black out. It just went black and it was a shadow sweep right across and it wasn't Scott because I was watching for it. Did you just see that flashing? Whoa! Whoa! That scared the out of me.
Okay, keep it up. Whoever we're talking to now, whoever's in here, manifesting, we want more. Are you Rahepa Shah? What do you think, Jack? Do you want to go upstairs? Check out the dark hallway?
Yeah. When Michelle came, she first picked up on some kind of elemental energy in the dark hallway. And then I kind of felt it in my room when I was trying to sleep. So we're gonna head up there now and we're gonna see if we have a better chance of communicating with it. Rahepa Shah. Ooh. I just got like chills.
Jack and I want to talk to whoever hangs out in this hallway, the dark force.
Who is it that's been coming into my bedroom at night? Someone's been coming in my room at night.
What? Camera 4 just shut down.
Our camera just shut down. Which camera's camera 4?
Can you see Katrina?
Oh, now it just turned back on.
This camera just shut out and turned back on. Shut off another camera if that was you. It's so strangely calm up here. Come on, we heard all this stuff about how big and bad you are. You growled in my ear. You're waking up Jack every 20 minutes. And now you're so shy? It's so quiet up here. We could go to the church.
Could try that.
When we first started the night, it was like something started to enclose around us. We were all seeing shadows, points of light, and then it seemed to just back off. So it might be a good opportunity for us to go over to the church right now and see if it changes.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
It feels uncomfortable. Jack and I have a recorder to do EVPs. We also have the geoport.
It sweeps through radio frequencies. It's believed that spirits can manipulate these forms of energy to speak with us.
And then lastly, we also have a laser grid in case we get any kind of movement, maybe we'll capture it. We could do a geobox
Yeah, let's
session.
do that.
We're gonna give you an opportunity to speak with us through one of our devices. Tell us who you are. Tell us why you're still here. Did someone die in this church?
It got really cold in here.
So is this where you are?
Hell
Hell
no.
no.
Ooh, I just got the shivers.
Yo, did
What?
that say Rohipasha?
Did it?
Rohipasha.
Whoa. Whoa.
Is this your land? Rohipasha? Why do you keep saying it? It's really quiet in here.
Yeah.
I mean, we hit a pocket and then it died.
Any suggestions?
Yeah. Think we go dark?
Okay. You hear that?
I think it's a dog. Something's responding to us.
A whole fleet of coyotes started howling outside.
That's very weird, actually.
Yeah, super weird.
Not only will they have spirit activity, animals will frequently also begin to participate.
Okay, so we are about to begin the night investigation. If there is truly a dark entity here, what does it want with the homeowner, Carol?
We have a lot of ground to cover. So Jack and I are actually splitting up for the night investigation for the first part. I'm gonna start in Avery House.
All right, ghosts.
Jack is gonna start in the inn.
I think maybe we should just stop moving, just sit quietly for a minute and just like do some call outs, also some knocks, that kind of thing, and see what happens.
Okay, whoever is here, we wanna talk to you.
All right, spirits of Captain Grant's Inn. If you want to communicate with us, now's your time, now's your chance. Why don't you knock on something?
Who are we talking to in this house? Who haunts this house? Who has attacked Carol twice? Is that Carol? Yeah, Carol. Who has attacked her? All right, Sarah said she feels like this figure hangs out over here. And this is also where Carol believes she captured a photograph of some sort of entity. Who's the man that causes havoc in this room? Did the man live here? Carol?
My friend Sarah, who was just here, said there's a little girl in this room. Can you knock? The room I'm in is allegedly the most active, and I have not seen a single thing that would let me know you're here. So now's your opportunity. Why is there nothing going on? It seems like whatever's here just doesn't want to step all the way into the light yet.
Hey. How's it been over here?
Hasn't been anything too palpable. It's kind of just hanging back in the shadow.
So I did some ghost boxing. And interestingly enough, Carol's name came through. Like, really clear.
Do we want to bring her in and use her as a bit of a trigger object?
I think so. I think Carol is a big piece of this puzzle. If she's, like Sarah said, more dialed in, she's more tuned in, and they're talking to her, we could essentially kind of set her up like a human ghost box.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. The energy's here. I just think that it needs something to direct itself towards, and I think that because Carol is so familiar to this building and to Avery House, she's gonna be the ember to light the fire.
Hi, Carol. So Jack and I had a couple thoughts.
What we would like to do is conduct a bit of an experiment with you. And what we thought we would do is we're gonna sit you in a room, we're gonna blindfold you, we're gonna put noise-canceling headphones on you so you can't hear anything. And we just want you to let your mind go and just anything that pops into your head, just free flow of your consciousness. We're gonna see if the stuff that is coming through you is answering some of the questions that we have.
Okay.
Do you feel okay with doing this?
I feel okay with doing this.
Okay, great.
All right, well, let's do
I'm
this.
gonna grab a chair for you. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so Carol is in position.
All right, good luck, Carol.
and we'll see what we get.
Okay, this is Adelaide's room. Carol believes this is a really active room. I want to talk to anybody who might hang out in this room. We brought Carol here. Can you use her to communicate with us? Tell her what you want us to know.
You are here. You're here.
She's saying you're here.
Who are you?
She's now saying, who are you?
My name's Katrina. My friend Jack is downstairs.
Touch me.
She's saying, touch me.
Where do I touch you? Where are you? Are you in front of me? Can you touch me?
You left.
She just said he left.
I had to.
I had to. I think she's channeling both entities. And they're almost like having a conversation through her.
Is that what's happening? Are there two of you communicating through Carol right now? So are you Mercy? William Grant?
Calm.
She just said calm.
Calm.
It's so calm. Katrina is now moving down to the first floor, so that she's right above us. Carol cannot hear anything that Katrina's saying. She's got big noise-canceling headphones on that you wear when you use like industrial equipment.
Can you tell me how old you were when you died?
Yes.
She just said yes.
Okay, how old were you?
Later.
She said later.
Later. Were you once a living, breathing person on this earth?
No.
What the No.
And what are you?
This is intense. And just to reiterate, like, Carol cannot hear anything that Katrina's saying.
Did you come because of a person? Someone who is vulnerable?
The door is wide open.
Did you just hear that?
It's wide open.
Should I go over to Avery House? Should I go over to the house next door?
It's wide open.
Should I go to the other house? Yeah, okay.
Okay, real talk?
Yeah.
This is cool.
I know, there's some really weird coming through on this. I honestly got chills.
Yeah, it's weird. I noticed she stopped responding since you've stopped
asking questions.
That's a trip.
So I'm gonna go over to Avery House, see if that sparks anything for her.
Okay.
So, but you have me on walkie and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, just let me know what she says.
All right, happy hunting.
Cool.
We wait.
As you left, she said, we wait. But literally as you left the door.
Wow.
This is insane.
Wasn't that kind of crazy earlier today? They essentially were able to mark the land where they determined disturbances based off of that equipment he was using.
Mm-hmm.
You see the orange-colored flags, bro?
That's how many dead bodies is out here?
No, that's the perimeter of the plane that they were actually monitoring.
Oh,
so,
my bad.
What did you get from the Underground Railroad specialist?
So she said that this very well could have been a stop on the Underground Railroad. It's not very far-fetched that people could have died along the path.
I'm gonna pull up this SLS camera.
Okay.
So we got the electroscope right now. This is just like a K2 meter, but just a little bit more advanced. You got the boom box ready?
Cut the brick on.
What?
What?
Wait, hold on a second. Did it say what when you said what?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Hold on, bro.
You making me scared, Marcus.
You said what and it said what back?
At the same time.
Answer some questions,
Okay.
guys.
Are we out here alone?
Are you buried out here? Do you know if anyone is buried out here?
We haven't picked up anything on the SLS cam, nor have we had any type of like real correspondence on the Poltercom.
I mean, the spirit's not responding to our equipment, so shoot, we might as well just try to talk to him. What about the route of like the Underground Railroad, right? Back then, they were escaping the South in slavery, bro.
You didn't even have any like hope to know that freedom was even real.
And here we are, 2019, and
times are a little different.
We're the manifestations of our ancestors' dream. That's some resolve to even be here. You know, to whoever that is here that may be bound here, know that you're not bound here anymore spiritually. We want to say thank you, because without you, it would be no us.
And if they are here, I hope they hear us.
To the ancestors. Man, you think it's about time for us to see what we can find in the basement?
I think that's a great idea. Try and get in contact with Jonathan. We need to learn more about what happened to him. Try and set that little man free. Seeing him last night, man, that was intense. Jonathan, is that you? Raise your hand if that's you.
Meg said people get chills coming down here. I know I am.
All right, so the REM pod's set up.
All right, so you can talk to us with the REM pod and the Ovilus. Little Jonathan, are you over there, bro? Anyone would like to say anything, feel free to speak through this box.
Jonathan, bro, we want to help you out, but to do that, we need to know what happened.
Skip.
Whoa. Skip! Bro, okay, come on, man. Skip, so this is you down here again?
Did y'all get that? Skip. Every time we try to reach out to somebody, Skip keeps coming through.
I mean, the first thing that jumps on there is like Skip.
We was going for the slave. We weren't even going for Skip.
But why would Skip be in the basement?
It's his house.
It's his house. I think this was actually his way of communicating with Meg and Ed to let him know that he's okay with everything. Let's do a little bit of REM pod action so I can call and respond. Jonathan.
Jonathan, if you're down here, can you make the REM pod go off? Were you a part of the Underground Railroad?
Did you escape? Do you want to go home?
Jonathan, at any point you could touch that REM pod.
Or Dalen or Marcus?
I wasn't really gonna offer that, but I mean, it's all good. What was that? Oh, what was that?
Did you hear that?
You heard that for real?
Is someone in here in the corner? Can you make the REM pod go off? Can you touch the little red light for me, please? I wonder if he's scared to communicate with us. You know, he probably spent his whole short life afraid or in hiding.
Jonathan, we salute you. We even salute you with how we live today.
The hard part is over, and you've gotten free of those chains, those shackles.
Feel free to leave, man. Go find your family.
He can move on, you know?
Man, I really wish the guys would have made contact with Jonathan like I did last night. Hopefully, us being here gave him some peace. One person we do know that's looking out over this house is Skip. Maybe he can look out over Jonathan too, or even guide him home. But I got one more idea to celebrate the spirits of this home. Fellas, you see what we got set up?
Yeah, man.
This is what I like to call visual provoking. Here we got the obelisk. Oh, we got the HD Remy pod. While you set that up, I guess I'll pop the top on this bourbon.
Turn that REM pod on real quick.
Here we go. Let's see. Would you like to join us for a drink? Can you tell me your name?
Skip, is that you?
Is Skip the boss?
Was that Ed?
I thought I heard Ed too.
Is Skip the boss? So what does that mean?
So you trying to tell me kind of like he passed the torch to Ed, the new husband?
Wow, okay. It just seems like every time we try to branch off and find somebody else, it always leads back to Skip.
Yeah, let's pour once for Skip.
All right.
Give him a little taste. Go ahead and give Skip a little taste.
Have a look.
Oh.
Skip, that's you?
Skip always coming through, man. Cheers to you, Skip.
Cheers to Skip.
Cheers to Skip.
Skip, man, I have one wish. Please help the little boy in the basement find his way home.
All the other spirits that are here, you know, we've talked to them, we've said our piece. They'll be all right as well.
Adam and I are near Gettysburg at the Cashtown Inn. We've got more responses, but no more information.
It's almost like a paranormal bus stop, right?
Yeah. And the activity has suddenly stopped again. We're going to see if Chip can help us figure out where to go from here.
Hi, Chip. We're obviously moving in a direction. It is a bit confusing, and we haven't got it figured out. We wanted to get your thoughts.
I think you have a lot of souls, a lot of spirits, ghosts, whatever, that come in and out of this space. They transition in and out, not necessarily staying there all the time, but it's almost like that train station thing. They're zigzagging back and forth and coming in and out.
Don't hang up on him. Okay. That's interesting. That's kind of a theory we've been exploring here a little bit. So in your professional opinion, what would make a space act as that kind of a stop for spirits?
Maybe it's the historic significance of the space that you're in. I don't know. But something is spaced as kind of an energetic hot spot for spirits to move around in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not getting water and a well. Is there a well on the property?
There is water involved.
There is
yes.
water.
You're kind of confirming already some ideas that we have about this space, and so that gives us extra reason to kind of continue down that path at the moment and see if that's the correct one.
Thank you, Chip. We really appreciate you.
So that's weird when he said it has something to do with water.
And maybe it does. When you're dealing with this location, that water's still running.
Yeah, I mean, and we've long thought that potentially running water generates some sort of energy. It is interesting that, one, that stream runs under the building, and two, it played such an important part of the history of this building.
I thought of an experiment that we could do downstairs, but give me a little bit more time to flesh it out in my brain. But I think there's something we can do down on that little bridge. Give me tonight after we get home to think about it.
Okay.
Because I think there's something we can do with the water itself that maybe we can actually see if there's energy involved in it.
I think it's a great idea. I think all the evidence we got, all of the activity we experienced really lends credence to the idea that there are multiple spirits here at all times. And they can visit once or they can visit a dozen times. But that is very much what is happening here at the Cashtown Inn.
Tonight we need to test our theory that the Cashtown is a hotspot for transient ghosts.
Down to the basement, yeah?
To the basement. It's like a clue into the history of the house or the inn in this case.
Especially here, Gettysburg, it's like original. This is where the surgeries happen. So the idea is to use the running water in the center of this, over this bridge, right, as some sort of conduit for activity.
Right.
This is a full-on, old-school seance, and we're throwing everything at this last experiment.
We have our modern equipment, but we'll be using the mirror and candles to see if it will reflect anything manifesting from the water.
The idea here is that we've almost fashioned a large psychomantium moment here. I can see the water in the mirror pretty well, so I can focus on that.
And I can see the reflection of the light off the water here.
Perfect.
And here, and I have the spirit box. We're testing the theory that it could be a conduit. It was filled with blood. People died here. People had their limbs cut off. The sounds, the screams. I mean, this water is still running.
It's hard for me to imagine that this was the last thing so many men saw. Let's listen in silence for a minute. So like when I was just looking at the mirror, I was seeing like all the details on the bottom of the water's floor right here. But the longer you look at it, it just all disappears and turns black.
Yeah.
And starts morphing. It takes a long time
Yeah.
to like let yourself go enough to see like other shapes in it. So that was the beginning of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna start listening to the spirit box.
Oh, I'm gonna record you. This is Amy and Adam, and we are in the basement of the Cashtown Inn. Adam is about to start a spirit box session.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd love to get to know the occupants here who are here all the time. Are you one of them? Are you someone who maybe is stopping through, taking a break? There's a very large battle that took place here, the Battle of Gettysburg. And I know this building played a large role in that for the Confederacy. There were some awful surgeries, and I don't know that everyone made it, but it happened down here. I know that some of the wounded from the battle made their way to this basement because this was where the doctors were. And the doctors did a lot of amputations. There's also been a few other people who've passed. Do you know anything about?
Don't worry about it.
There was also
16.
16. Are you male or female? I just want to make sure I get the right person.
Do it again.
Are you male or female? Man or a woman? It's important. You know, are you familiar with Jack? Jack runs
I
this.
can't breathe.
What happened to you? Did something happen where you couldn't breathe? Do you know Jack? He and his wife have taken over the inn, and he's asked us to help him figure out who is here.
Me sideways.
What the?
It was like, me sideways.
Okay.
He's coming down.
Who's coming down?
I'm not.
Who comes down here?
Come up.
Come up from where? You want to go upstairs?
I know you.
Do you?
We would have shadows, voices.
What year did you leave that apartment?
We left in 2015.
Okay, 2015.
Okay. Can I get the address before you leave of that apartment that you used to live in? Just so I can research if anything interesting happened there.
Sure.
It was incredible. It seems like whoever is here came with them. And people think that happens all the time. Like, people say that to us. But this is the first time that I feel like it might actually be the case. Okay, so I think like a good next step is to go to your house and investigate.
Yeah.
So whoever's here, if you go to their house, I want you to remember the word apple. And when we get there, you need to tell us the word is apple. So what we'll do is we'll get our gear together and we'll just head over to your house.
Yeah, we'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, guys.
So we got a lot of answers to questions. We asked about the train and got nothing. We asked about Alfred Nelson and got nothing. But when we asked if it was attached to Mike and Vicky, it responded to us. He was basically acted as a conduit between us and whoever is here. We have two spirits definitively here, and this person that we're hearing seems more gentle, seems very feminine. It's not the guy that's on the 3rd floor. And I just want to make sure that that's not who is traveling to their house. So we're experimenting and trying to figure out whether whatever is happening at the toboggan is kind of coming with you. And some of the answers that we've gotten via EVP kind of indicate that might be the case. Oh. And so what we want to do is we want to start and do an EVP session here.
Great, yeah.
Okay.
So can you guys ask a couple questions and just leave space in between so they can answer?
Did you live with us before? Did you remember us when we lived in our apartment here in Old Forge? What was the secret word that we talked about and we asked you to repeat up at the Toboggan Inn? Can you remember that? Are you with Vicky and me all the time, or do you just stop in and say hi every once in a while?
All right, let's see how we did here.
Totally does.
That's so bizarre. It sounds just like the female voice that we heard in the basement.
Yes,
Remember the timbre?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly. Exactly.
What was the secret word that we talked about and we asked you to repeat up at the toboggan? Can you remember that?
Oh my God!
Oh my
it
God.
It said the word. Play it again.
Sorry.
We asked you to repeat up at the toboggan. Can you remember that?
Oh my God.
It worked, you guys. I know we shouldn't be laughing. It's just, you know, those are huge moments for us.
For us.
For us, okay.
Are you with Vicky and me all the time, or do you just stop in and say hi every once in a while?
Say hi.
Sounds like the same.
It sounds like the
female.
same voice.
Totally does.
She remembers you from that apartment. Like, this has opened up a gateway for you as far as you realize this is someone who's with you, this is someone who's kind, this is not someone harmful.
Not only have you established communication with the person, they've made it very clear that it's the same individual that goes from there to here. They're not aggressive, they're not angry, they don't mean you any harm, they're not trying to, like, do anything malicious. And I think that's an extreme positive.
Sure,
right?
sure, yeah.
But we're not clear on who's on the second
We
floor
have more
yet.
work to do.
Because there is definitely someone up there. Is there anyone who you knew who passed away who would potentially be this like strong male figure?
Or like just was out of sorts, or just kind of like the black sheep.
Your nephew?
My nephew. His parents were kind of never there. As he got older and started to get into trouble, he kind of drifted away from all of us.
What's his name?
Tommy, Thomas,
Okay.
Tom.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
At this point, it's hard to say who this female spirit actually is. But what we do know that means them no harm. It's known them for a very long time. They have nothing to be afraid of. And, you know, if I had to have a spirit following me around, I would prefer this female spirit to the negative entity on the top floor. We've had to approach this investigation in a different way than other investigations. We have a spirit up here who does not want to give us any information, but we are going to have to confront this spirit in a way that would make it easy for him to communicate with us, but also would make him want to communicate with us.
The entity that's up here talks to me.
Right.
So if you wear the spirit box and
Yep.
I ask the questions, in theory, he should use that to talk through you.
Right, to
answer
you.
me, to me.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I can't hear you.
So whoever's up here, this is your chance to use this device that he has and make your words actually heard. It seems like you enjoy making women uneasy. You like them feeling threatened. Why? That's sighing again. This business is a half women-owned business. Vicky's the boss around here.
But it was like,
If there's something you want to tell me, if there's something you want to get off your chest, this is the time.
she left.
Who left you?
My mom.
Did your mom leave you on purpose? Or did your mom die?
Walked out.
Your mom walked out? Okay. That's not a fun thing to talk about. I get it. That is not a good thing to talk about. I can't imagine that in life you intended to be a jerk. You know, if there's any time to fix this, now's the time.
Regret?
Wow, okay. Is that why you're still here? Do you regret the way you lived your life?
Mom.
That's really awful.
It was like, Mom. And it said almost the same way every time. Like he said it hundreds of times in the same way is what it feels like to me.
What is your mom's name?
She's bad.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome to the Libby House. The house was built in 1880. It's about everything here is from that period, from the 1800s, almost every piece.
Wow.
Yeah. My business partner, Bobby, and myself, we moved in 2014, so we've been here about 7 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I feel like there's a lot to see, so show us around. Tell us what's happening.
Sure.
Is everything here things that you've collected, or did they come with the house?
Some of the stuff came with the house that was original Libby furniture, and some of it was my business partner's heirlooms from his family.
Okay.
It all started on the very first day we moved in. We were in the kitchen, and we had a little dog. All of a sudden, this real deep growl, and she never growls at anybody. So when she see me coming in through that door, she sprung to her feet and was pressing against me as if though she did not want me to go any further than right here. So with that, I come through and I saw a woman standing the third step from the top. Well, I realized she wasn't in our period of clothing. She had a long black pleated dress on, and she had a long sleeve poofy blouse, and I could even see a cameo brooch, and her collar was up around just like this.
That is so detailed.
So with that, she stepped on the landing, she looked over and looked right down at me. She slowly just disappeared right in front of my eyes. But the thing that really fascinated me was it looked like the daughter of the family that lived here, and her name was Joyce Libby. I thought, is this really happening?
Did you question buying the B&B at that point?
Yeah, I tried to do a lot to avoid this area. So I never stepped back on the staircase. I used the back staircase.
When things like this happen, what's your instant reaction?
It scares me because it just is not logical. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm putting a camera here because Paul's first experience was actually seeing a full body apparition of a female right there. So I'm trying to cover as much of this space as I possibly can. Plus I have the doorway if anybody comes in from outside or if anybody comes from the kitchen.
Paul said he saw Joyce on the steps. Is the whole Libby family still here? Who lived here after the Libby family? What was that? I heard that.
I heard that in this room.
There's definitely things moving around. It's very strange. It's just a lot of movement. I'll listen to this.
Confronting saw Joyce on the steps. The whole Libby family still here? They lived here after the Libby family.
I feel like I hear a get out.
That's what I hear.
Get out. Is the whole Libby family still here? They lived here after the Libby family.
But then it says it again. Twice it says get out. Ooh, that's not what I expected at all here. But it just doesn't jive with the activity at all. Get out, twice.
Mm-hmm. And the first one was rather aggressive.
Yeah. And a bunch of stuff moving around since we got here. That's not what I expected at all.
Time check is 9:55.
5 minutes till the train.
This is a GS2 laser grid. Basically what happens is it works the same way as our green laser grid, except you can actually visually see when something walks into the space, it lights up. It tells you what side it's coming in from, left or right, and also gives you how far away the object is.
Do you hear it? Shh.
Train's coming.
Train's coming. This is going off.
Oh my. Joyce, do you appreciate Bobby and Paul? Anything you want to say? Are you glad that they own this house now?
Is there anything we can do for you?
That thing is going
That's
off.
going off. It's gone. Look, Adam.
Now it's back to normal.
That's crazy. Let's listen to this and see what happened.
Joy, you appreciate Bobby and Paul.
I hear Paul.
Are you glad that they own this house now? They're taking care of the house and following your legacy. Do they have your blessing?
That was really bizarre.
I mean, potentially a Paul, but, you know, it includes both of them, clearly.
But I mean,
That went up, that going off.
like everything went off when it went by. Adam, a train is coming. Adam, a train is coming. A train is coming.
So there is an actual train coming. Amy's upstairs with the recorder, and I'm here at the DVR, just observing to see if I can see anything.
Whoever is here with me, what is your name? Do you know the Libby family? Where are you from?
Lost camera 6. Like something's interrupting the feed.
Who is Joyce? Who is Charles? What do you do every day? It's gone.
Watch this. When it was going off, 3 of our cameras went black. And then this happens.
That's very strange.
It's this weirdest thing.
I'll listen to this.
What is your name? Do you know the Libby family? Who is Joyce?
Okay.
Who's Charles?
Me.
Who's Charles?
Yeah.
What do you do every day?
I work.
Uh-huh.
I work.
And that was it. And then the train went away. When that train goes by, it wakes something up in this house. It makes sense though, because the train is the one constant here. And everything else, like even if things are happening without the train, it's all of this, they made this look like the house did when the Libbys lived here. I think that them bringing those haunted objects in, their energy, you know, their routine, their love for the house, you've created this kind of perfect storm for this type of activity.
Fellas, this clip comes from a guy who works the graveyard shift at a hotel in Rhode Island. He's been experiencing activity every night, so he started applying some paranormal investigation techniques. Check it out.
I'm hearing like talking in here.
Oh!
Oh my. Nope. Nope.
Phone flies off the wall. Did you see that?
Oh my.
He said nope. He already knew what it was. Nope. I'm out. He did the right thing though. I like how he handled that.
There's more. I'm not done. Check it out.
The staff said that there's stuff being thrown around in here. The pen, scissors. Okay.
Whoa!
Okay. Yeah. This.
Yeah.
You need to cut it.
Yeah,
you gotta get up out of there.
Wow.
That was kind of freaky.
That was like in Poltergeist. You remember the remote?
And it kind of just went back like in a straight line.
So this guy went and got some holy water.
From where? Aisle 6?
Right. Watch what happened.
Okay. I decided to use this holy water on my sanctuary. This is where I chill. Just spread it all over the floor. Can you please get out of this room? Okay? Please get out.
Oh!
Holy
Oh my God. No, that did not just happen. Can you please get out of this room? Okay?
That's crazy.
That ain't in his job description.
No, it is not. That was a good clip.
We got another clip for that.
We got another clip?
Another one.
Another
From the
clip?
same guy.
This was his final straw, guys.
Okay, so I'm in the kitchen right now. I was making coffee, and what the is this?
Oh!
It hurts right now. It's like burning.
That's the longest paranormal scratch I've ever seen.
What the hell is this? I'm getting scratched now.
It's the mark of the beast.
That's like some Constantine stuff right there. That's wild.
He's documenting it very well.
He's letting you feel the emotion.
Yep.
You can tell that he's scared. He's brought in props. Yeah. Right. The holy water.
Yeah.
Oh, that was props, I guess.
And it's very well lit.
Right.
You can see everything that's going on in these clips.
He does need to learn how to stick around just a little bit longer when things happen.
But you know what? We were there at one point.
We did go through that same thing.
Yeah. Let's bring in Simon and see if we can offer him some advice. What's going on, Simon?
Hey.
Man, tell me, when did you first start noticing things at the hotel?
3 months after I started seeing shadows at first, and I just thought it was just like messing with my eyes or something.
Right.
Is there any history about the hotel that might explain, you know, what is haunting?
At first, I thought it was this guy who tragically overdosed in one of the rooms. Then I started hearing multiple voices during my nights.
What's been the most disturbing thing that you've witnessed there?
Definitely the scissors. It just flying down the corridor. Okay. Yeah. This.
I actually probably would run if I saw the scissors moving like that. That would just freak me out too much.
Yeah. The question is, do you still work there?
Yeah, I just need a job, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you mind if we offer you some advice on maybe how to handle it moving forward?
Yeah, sure.
One of the first things I noticed, you said you heard voices. Maybe bring in some equipment, maybe run an EVP and record it, get some more auditory responses and get an idea of who may be there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits of kit lately that I've been using, it's a sleep talking app. You turn it on and you can just leave it in a room like an hour and come back and it'll show you if it got any hits and you can hear what comes through.
Because you got to figure out why stuff keeps happening around you.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that, man, there's nothing just coincidental in the paranormal. So, you know, if they're reaching out to you, it's definitely for a reason. You got to figure out what that reason is, man.
Yeah, especially with the scratch.
Yeah, and keep documenting, man. The more documented evidence, the better. Just be careful.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not leaving anytime soon, so I'm going to document everything that I can.